Most people are familiar with the fictional character Slenderman. He is a thin, unnaturally tall, faceless man that is known to stalk and abduct his victims. This case shows how two girls' obsession with him led them to commit horrifying acts of violence. In 4th grade, Payton Leutner noticed Morgan Geyser was sitting alone in the cafeteria. So being the friendly and caring girl she was, she took it upon herself to approach Morgan, which instantly resulted in the two creating a strong friendship. The two hung out after school, had sleepovers, and did all the normal things girls do at that age. Morgan even gave Payton a sweet nickname, Bella. Morgan told police in a taped interrogation she was my only friend for a long time. For the next 2 years, the two girls were inseparable and did pretty much everything together. Everything was going well. When they reached 6th grade, Morgan met a girl called Anissa Weier. Anissa lived in the same apartment complex as Morgan, and the two soon became very good friends. The two discovered that they both had so much in common, and they started pushing Payton to the side. Morgan and Anissa became obsessed with Slenderman. This scared Payton, but she went along with it anyway, not wanting to disappoint her friends. In fact, Morgan and Anissa got so obsessed with the fictional character that they began getting scared that Slenderman would come after them. In May 2014, the three girls were celebrating Payton's birthday by having a slumber party. They went roller skating, had pizza, and played with their American Girl dolls, all the things most girls did at that age. The three girls woke up the next day and decided to go to the park for what Payton thought was just a walk. The three girls walked into the woods where Anissa asked Payton to lie down, so she did. Suddenly, Morgan jumped on Payton and started attacking her with a kitchen blade, while Anissa just stood and watched. Payton was screaming in agony, begging Morgan to stop, but she didn't. When Morgan finally stopped, Payton tried to get up and get away from her attackers, but Anissa pushed her back down to the ground and told her to lay still because the blood would come out slower. The two girls decided to leave Payton in the woods and told her they were going to get help, but this was a lie. Payton, clinging on to life, managed to make her way out of the thicker woods to somewhere where someone could find her. Luckily, a cyclist was passing by when he saw the girl laid in the grass, covered in blood. He rang 911. When paramedics and police arrived, she was able to tell them her friends had done this to her. Payton was rushed to the hospital where she underwent surgery and where the extent of her injuries was discovered. She was stabbed 19 times in her chest, abdomen, arm and leg, and 2 of them wounds had hit major organs including her liver, and the other almost went through her heart and missed a major artery by a whisker. Her 2 attackers went off through the woods on a quest to find Slenderman now their deed was done. By the time the police had caught up with them, they had walked for about 5 hours, and the 2 seemed unbothered about the fact that they just attempted to take their friend's life. When being questioned, Morgan is seen dancing in the interrogation room. They confessed that they had been planning the attack for months and that they did it for Slenderman. The girls originally planned to hurt Payton in her sleep at the slumber party, but then they changed their minds and decided to ambush Payton in the park bathroom, so there was a place for her blood to drain. However, this didn't work out either, so they decided on their last plan, which was to attack Payton in the woods. Anissa told investigators that she felt guilty, but believed it was necessary, as they wanted to please Slenderman.
So did you guys talk about doing this beforehand?
Anissa told me we had to.
Why?
Because she said that he'd kill our families.
Both girls pointed the finger at each other during interrogation, both making chilling statements.
Did you feel bad? They just stab one of your best friends?
I thought about it, but then I decided that remorse will get me nowhere. It's easier to live without regrets.
Both girls were tried in adult courts with first-degree attempted homicide. However, before trial, both girls were diagnosed with mental disorders. Morgan was diagnosed with early-onset schizophrenia, which meant she could have been suffering with delusions. Anissa was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, major depression, and personality disorder. Anissa received the maximum 25 years in mental health facility after pleading guilty to being an accomplice to second-degree intentional homicide. In February 2018, Morgan received 40 years in a mental hospital after pleading guilty to attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Although Payton survived her physical injuries, she was hesitant to make new friends after the attack and had difficulty sleeping alone. Anissa got an early release in July 2021 after she had gone through all the necessary treatment and was not a threat to society, but will remain under supervision until the age of 37. Do you think justice was served in this case? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.